Greetings, this is Vlodril and welcome back to Let's Play Dragon Age Inquisition. So we'll start going around talking to people.
Greetings. I have some more questions. Why am I not surprised? Tell me about your brother. I would prefer not to speak of Anthony. Another time, perhaps.
Alright,
I'll let you get back to work.
about the other subjects.
Do you need something?
Can you tell me more about the Seekers?
This is a really nice armor.
The Seekers of Truth were born from the original Inquisition long ago, when it united with the Chantry. Seekers stood above the Templars, watching over them but also investigating magical events they couldn't handle. We were meant to be incorruptible, above reproach. How seldom does reality match the ideal?
But what are Seekers exactly?
Those who know anything of us think we are Templars. We do not use Lyrium, however. Our abilities are different, as was our original purpose. We disciplined the Templars and were accountable only to the Divine. And not even her, truthfully.
So the Seekers commanded the Templars?
No, the Order didn't assume command until after the rebellion. The Templars have always feared us. When a Seeker arrived at a circle, they knew trouble was afoot. That kind of power is troubling. You begin to think you are the only one who can solve the world's problems. If you don't see a problem, it doesn't exist. If someone insists it does, they are the blind ones.
Do you think that kind of problem could ever be fixed?
Possibly. Though the Seekers themselves would need to change. They were clearly not willing to, even though they abandoned everything they stood for to avoid it. In my heart, I believe they can still be salvaged, but not by their own hands.
You mentioned that Seekers have different abilities than Templars.
Entirely. A Templar's abilities come from Lyrium and are designed to hunt mages. Ours come from ritual and many years of dedicated training. We cannot be possessed by demons and are immune to mind control. Useful considering our role. Seekers can gain other gifts, though that depends on the individual.
What kind of gifts do you have?
I can set the Lyrium within a person's blood aflame. Both mages and Templars bend before my will. Some Seekers use it to interrogate, others simply to paralyze. Once there was a Seeker who could use it to kill. That particular gift is considered rare.
Why did your order turn against the Chantry?
We originally united with the Chantry through a treaty that stated they would keep mages under control. It was felt Most Holy had tacitly allowed the Circle of Magi to vote on its independence, thus breaking the treaty. The Seekers saw themselves as justified, and they led the Templars into a war of righteousness.
You sound like you disagree.
We knew what was happening at Kirkwall, where the Mage Rebellion began. We looked into reports of Knight Commander Meredith's harsh treatment of her charges years earlier. But we found so many shocking cases of magical corruption, it was decided her actions were justified. If we'd been there when it happened, if we'd looked harder at the root causes,
Mages were oppressed. What else did you expect?
I expected us to do better. When faced with a problem, the Seekers would close ranks and crush it. We would find an answer, but only once we felt we weren't being coerced. The moment the mages voted for independence, our response was predictable. It was difficult to watch.
How does someone become a Seeker?
Most Seekers begin training in their youth. I was much older, an exception due to my noble birth. We train rigorously for years. Our bodies and minds must be elastic to undergo the vigil, and most fail even then.
Is the vigil some kind of initiation?
It is the rite every Seeker must go through in order to summon their gifts. A full year of fasting, prayer, and separation from all distractions, including other people. We empty ourselves of all emotion, focusing only on the purity of our devotion. And the moment it finally ends, it's wonderful. Faith realized. I cannot put it into words.
Was it some kind of magic?
I don't fully understand it, to be honest. If the vigil was not so arduous, I'd say more should attempt it. What if mages never needed to fear possession by demons? I'm told it is impossible, however. I suppose I'll never know the truth of it now.
I've
Why
no more
would
questions.
it be impossible?
Greetings.
That sounds an interesting idea.
May I ask you about the Chantry?
It is difficult to say what becomes of the Chantry now. They have no templars, no leadership, and no one left who is worthy of succeeding the Divine. It has fallen apart when everyone needs it the most. I ache to think what this will mean in the days to come.
Do you really believe the Chantry is worth preserving?
I do. But given your beliefs, I'd hardly be surprised if you disagree. Cast the Chantry aside and new problems replace old ones. We will have learned nothing from history. The people need stability, and the Chantry needs a new purpose. Andraste had a dream for us. It can still be achieved.
So, what should this new purpose be?
A dedication to what is truly important. Instead of building cathedrals and sewing gowns for the Divine, the Chantry used to spend its coin feeding the poor. If we are to spread the Maker's word across the world, we must do so with open hearts and open hands.
Yep.
That sounds rather idealistic of you.
Does it? I do not think it's so unachievable. The Chantry has many good, honest people. They just need direction and inspiration. They need to be freed from centuries of adherence to tradition and ceremony. A chance for renewal is at our fingertips. It does not have to come with utter chaos.
Renewal usually comes
What
at
influence does
chaos,
Chancellor Roderick really
or
wield?
from chaos anyway.
He's a bureaucrat, responsible for communicating the Divine's will to the rest of the Chantry. Therefore, he's accustomed to the clerics hanging on his every word, hoping his influence will benefit them. Despite that, Roderick is not a bad man. He's frightened, and believes his place is to fill the gap left by Most Holy's death. Some might agree. As far down the chain of command as he is, there is no one left above him.
How big a problem could he be?
No more than he is already. He sent his message to the College of Clerics. That is the only card he had to play. Dealing with him further only lends him credibility he doesn't deserve.
Will the Chantry replace Divine Justinia?
They will try. Once the priests withdraw for the Grand Consensus, it is against Chantry law for them to emerge without naming a new Divine. Sometimes it takes days, or weeks, or even months. The problem now is that no clear successor to Justinia exists.
That sounds
All
very
worthy
Catholic.
clerics died with her at the conclave.
So what happens if they can't agree on someone?
Theoretically, they will argue until exhaustion takes them or they see reason. Practically, however, if the Grand Consensus goes on too long, the Chantry will crumble. Any cleric with ambition but little sense will see this as her one chance, and plenty of such clerics exist. We shall see what happens. The Inquisition must act in the meantime.
If they do choose a new Divine, will you serve her?
That depends on whether she would have me. I am a rebel now, remember? And even if she would, I do not know. It would depend on what type of Divine she is. I am no longer in a position to follow blindly, and no new Divine could expect such obedience now.
I'm surprised you rebelled against the Chantry.
I left my own order when they took the wrong path. It is no different. But in neither case did I stop caring. Indeed, I care so much that I feel drastic action is necessary. I suppose history shall one day judge my actions.
Alrighty.
Thank you.
That was a lot of dialogue, but that's all for now. I wonder if I can see how much can you see. Don't think you can see how much they like you or dislike you. has a lot of strength and constitution. Oh yeah, I have an Inquisition. Nice. Core stats. Health, attack and armor. 9% critical chance, that's pretty good actually. %15% melee range. Focus. Yeah, I don't think you can see some sort of indicator. This is good actually. If they like you or not. Alright, let's save and let's go speak to more people. Actually, wait, there is something here. Dagger grip, fantastic. By fantastic I mean shit, I don't need it. Alright. Let's see. This is the second. It's those guys outside, okay. Let's talk to Varrick, I guess. Where is he? There he is.
Need something?
Sure.
I want to know more about Red Lyrium.
I'll tell you what I can.
I think that's
I don't
enough
have
on Red
anything
Lyrium.
more about
Yeah,
that.
not really my favorite subject.
Righty.
Need something?
Can I ask you something, Varrick?
You want to talk about me? I'm flattered. Also inclined toward extravagant lies.
Does he do that?
Thanks, Varrick.
No problem.
Oh wow, his face keeps
Need something?
clipping through the ground.
I read your Tale of the Champion.
Suddenly clipping everywhere.
That's a pretty common reaction. Go ahead.
There's no way Hawk really could have killed the Arashok. It would have started a war with the Kunari.
I was told later that the Kunari disavowed his actions. Apparently the Arashok didn't get permission before he attacked Kirkwall, and the Qun didn't want another exalted march. When they finally sent a ship to haul the Red Dreadnought away, they just said, "We will never speak of this again."
Kunari
As far
are
as I
so
can tell,
awesome.
that's the Qun's version of an apology.
Carry on.
I didn't find a way to not kill the Arasok, unfortunately. Although there is one. And I liked him, too. So it happens. Alright, let's see.
Cedric said the blankets were...
How kind of him.
That, and he said people who freeze to death don't spend much coin.
Well, he's not wrong.
Anything
Can I
new
help
from you?
something?
Nope.
Farewell.
Make a go with you.
Alright, let's speak to Liliana.
I'm listening. Anything I should know?
I've nothing to report at the moment.
I'm
Let's talk
guessing...
about you.
Me?
Bards tell tales. I bet you tell some good ones.
There are plenty of tales in the library. Perhaps you should look for them there.
What did you do before you worked for the Divine?
I was a bard, an Orlesian spy for many years. For a time I also served a small cloister in Lothering. After the Blight, the Divine called on me to oversee her personal network.
Can you teach me to be a bard?
Being a bard is so much more than being a spy. It involves a keen understanding of politics, the ebb and flow of influence,
Yeah.
the great game. The Bard's is an intricate dance where a smile can be sharper than any dagger. The best way to learn is to immerse yourself in it. Perhaps when this is all over, I'll teach you.
I should leave you to your work.
We can always talk later.
I guess there are
I'm listening.
no more things.
They called you the left hand of the Divine.
That they did. What of it?
I could use the left hand of the divine at my side out there.
Every agent out in the world is my eyes, my ears, my blade. Wherever my people are, I am also.
Damn it.
Coming with you, leaving my post, would blind and bound me. Do you see?
Alright.
Talk more later.
Alright, no more from you either. What else? Sure, anything new?
I will keep the peace while you and the others appeal to the Chantry
no.
of Valroyal.
Better ready yourself for the blame you will be rightly assigned.
Yes, I need to go there, I know. I will go there after I finish. Soon. Probably next episode. Unless there is something new in the war table. How about Solas? Solas, you crazy
What can
morpho.
I do for you?
What do you know about the Fade?
A great deal from my wanderings. There are few hard facts, but I can share what I have learned.
I'd like to know more about the breach.
Simply put, it is a tear in the veil between this world and the Fade, allowing spirits to enter the world physically. Small tears occur naturally when magic weakens the veil, or when spirits cluster in an area that has seen many deaths. But your mark allows you to exert some control over the breach. That means it was created deliberately.
I'd like to know more about the Veil.
Circle mages call it a barrier between this world and the Fade, but according to my studies in ancient elven lore, that is a vast oversimplification. Without it, imagine if spirits entered freely. The Fade was not a place one went, but a state of nature like the wind.
That sounds dangerous actually, but whatever.
I don't know if I can imagine that.
Try. Imagine if spirits were not a rarity, but a part of our natural world. Like a fast-flowing river. Yes, it can drown careless children, but it can also carry a merchant's goods or grind a miller's flour. That is what the world could be if the Veil were not present. For better.
Oh yeah. You are so crazy. I'm pretty sure he will go the Andres route of, hey, let's destroy the
I'd like to know
veil.
more about demons.
Your
Demons
surgeon
are good.
says that demons hate the natural world and seek to bring their chaos and destruction to the living. But such simplistic labels misconstrue their motivations, and in so doing, do all a great disservice. Spirits wish to join the living, and a demon is that wish gone wrong.
Is there a way to coexist? To live with them? If not in peace, at least without such active confrontation.
Not in the world we know today. The veil
Yeah,
is a barrier that makes
god damn it.
understanding most unlikely.
Don't be crazy, Solas.
And it matters that you thought to ask.
We'll talk later.
Goodbye.
Alright, let's go. Let's see what we have. Nothing. I'm pretty sure I can't upgrade anything. Really? I don't have that. I don't have 8 elf fruit. Good damn. Alright. It's easy to upgrade. But apparently I suck. And I can make that too. I should have made that too also. Wait. Tears of the Dead. The next 3 hits inflict poison on the target, causing 44 damage per second for 15 seconds. That's not bad at all. Maybe I should give that to Cassandra. I can do that actually. Pitch grenade. What is a pitch grenade? Cause the target location with pitch, which remain for 60 seconds, slowing any enemies. Yeah, slow sounds good. I can... Yeah, I'll do that. Easy. I'll give it to Varrick. He will be the grenade guy. Some good stuff here.
Figure can get what I need. I'll pay the bastard myself.
Dude, I have a lot of money. I can give you some.
And in one piece.
Not that I can, but whatever.
How are your people holding up?
There's no shortage of work. That's for damn sure.
Alright, nothing else. Let me end this episode here. In the next one I'll go do some research, talk with Josephine, or whatever her name is, and go to the war table. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.